Hey there, and welcome. What if I told you that some of the things you do every single day, your little quirks, your habits, maybe even the stuff that makes you anxious, might actually be secret signs of high intelligence? Yeah, we're not talking about test scores or grades here. We're diving into the real psychological patterns that science is now linking directly to a brilliant mind. So let me just ask you this. Is that really how we should be measuring someone's mind? By how well they can fill in bubbles on a standardized test? I mean, for a long, long time, that's exactly what we were told. But the truth, well, it's so much more complex and honestly, way more interesting than that. You know the drill. We're taught that being smart looks like getting straight A's and always having the fastest answer. But what the science is showing us is that true brilliance, well, it often hides in plain sight. It's found in deeper thinking and reflected in some very specific hidden habits. So today, we're going to decode 5 of them. Let's see how many sound familiar to you. Okay, let's dive right in with our first sign. And this is one that so many of us see as a flaw, being an overthinker. But what if it's not a flaw at all? What if it's actually a strength in disguise?
I mean, really think about it. Are you the kind of person who replays conversations, who deconstructs problems from every angle, who explores every possible outcome of a decision? This isn't just about worrying. It's about a mind that's always on, always processing, always trying to understand things on a deeper level.
Psychologists actually have a name for this. It's called cognitive reflection. It's the ability to basically hit pause on your immediate gut reaction and analyze a situation more deeply. So instead of just reacting, you're reflecting. And that ability right there is a huge hallmark of a mind that's built for solving complex problems. All right, let's move on to our second sign, which kind of builds on that deep thinking. This is the mark of the curious explorer. We're talking about an insatiable appetite for knowledge. Does this sound like you? Are you the person who falls down those Wikipedia rabbit holes at 2 a.m? Or maybe you're the one in a meeting who just keeps asking, but why? That constant questioning, it isn't a distraction. It's a powerful signal of an intellectually hungry mind. And guess what? There's real science to back this up. A study from the University of London found a super strong connection between a high IQ and a personality trait called openness to experience. And that trait is all about curiosity, imagination, and just having this deep desire to explore new things. So your brain isn't just looking for answers, it's on a constant quest for new questions. Now for our third sign, we're going to shift gears a little bit. We're moving from the internal world of your own thoughts to the external world of people. Let's talk about the power of being the quiet observer. In a world that so often rewards the loudest person in the room, it's really easy to overlook the power of being quiet. But are you often that person who's listening way more than you're speaking, just soaking it all in? See, this isn't about being shy. Nope. It's about having a superpower called active observation. Highly intelligent people often process way more information simply by listening. They're picking up on all the little things that others miss. A slight shift in tone, an unspoken emotion, a crack in someone's logic. It's a skill that shows both high IQ and a really high emotional awareness. All right, let's get to what might be the most counterintuitive sign of them all, the incredible power of self-doubt. I know, it sounds totally backward, right? We're always taught to project confidence, to fake it till you make it. But what if the smartest people are actually the ones who are the most comfortable just saying, you know what? I don't know. This slide shows this really powerful contrast. So on one side, you've got intellectual humility, which is just the wisdom to recognize the limits of your own knowledge. And on the other side, you've got the Dunning-Kruger effect. That's a well-known cognitive bias where people with the least ability tend to dramatically overestimate how competent they are. So here's the key takeaway. That feeling of doubt, that awareness of what you don't know, that's not a weakness at all. It's the engine. It's what fuels your desire to learn more, and it's what keeps your mind open and growing. And finally, that brings us to our fifth sign, which is all about re-examining our relationship with other people. Let's talk about the thoughtful owner. Think about it. After a long day or a big party, what do you really crave? For a lot of people, it's even more connection. But for others, the greatest feeling of relief, of recharging your batteries, comes from just being alone. And this isn't about being antisocial, not at all. In fact, a really fascinating study in the British Journal of Psychology found that highly intelligent people often report less satisfaction with their lives the more they socialize. And the reason is amazing. Their minds crave the space for deep thought and focused work, the kind of thinking that just gets drowned out by constant chatter.
For them, nonstop social interaction can feel like static, like a distraction from the complex ideas they're working on inside. It really boils down to this: they don't recharge through small talk, they recharge through solitude. That's where their best thinking happens. So let's do a super quick recap of the 5 signs we've talked about today. You've got the productive overthinker who's always using cognitive reflection, the insatiably curious explorer, the quiet active observer, the intellectually humble person who embraces what they don't know, and of course the thoughtful loner who thrives in solitude. Look, if a lot of these traits really resonated with you, if you've ever felt a little out of step for being quiet, or for questioning everything, or for needing your alone time, I want you to remember this. You might not be weird. You might just be wired for deeper thinking. These aren't just quirks, they are cognitive strengths. So the question I really want to leave you with is this: now that you can see them for what they truly are, which of these hidden strengths are you going to lean into and embrace? Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer.